So my name's Keaton. I'm the owner of BirdieBay Tulsa. Born and raised here in Tulsa, but I was in the Navy for a long time, and while I was over there, came upon some Golfzon simulators in the apartment that I lived in and loved the technology, loved the concept. So when I moved back home, thought of the idea for BirdieBay Golf and couldn't think of anything but Golfzon to use. First reaction to the simulators in Korea is, wow, this is awesome. I wasn't much of a golfer at the time, and I just went and played them every day because they were in my apartment complex. And I was like, hey, I can get a round knocked out in an hour. I had the little swing plate, the auto tee. I thought the technology was great. So I took a part-time casual golfer into, I'm addicted to this now. So that was really my reaction is, hey, I can't stop doing this. And I think that once other people in America here in Tulsa start trying it out, they're gonna feel the same way. And a lot of people have. And we figured out a good spot here in Tulsa where there's a lot of heavy traffic, a lot of eyes, a lot of visibility. We know that the weather here in Tulsa is really finicky. It's either way too hot, too rainy and wet, or too cold. And there's a big golf culture. So all of those things, we had an idea that would work. The hardest part really at the beginning was getting financing because we've been in operation now about 2.5 years. And at the time, newer concept, not as many of these were popping up. So it was hard getting a loan from the bank and stuff. So we did some non-traditional financing, but yeah, everything kind of fell into place. We came up with the name, the slogan, BirdieBay, where it's always golf weather. And now we have this one in operation. We have 2 more of these opening up in Texas. Hopefully a franchise opening up in the Oklahoma City area soon too. For me, it was Golfzon all the way. At the time, I knew that the technology was great and I loved it. I had played on track before and the experience just isn't the same. I feel like Golfzon puts a lot of effort and technology into making it feel like you're playing golf, whether that's birds chirping in the background, the little claps that you get after each shot, obviously the swing plate moving, the auto tee up. It kind of just makes it feel like you're playing golf, which the other ones don't. They feel more like you're just getting a lesson or maybe getting your clubs dialed in, which is important. These can do it too, but it feels like you're playing around. We've had people come in thinking it's just a regular golf apparel store, a place they can get lessons. We added a second sign that says indoor bar and golf to make it more apparent. People will just be stuck in traffic and they'll just be looking at it and it'll make them curious, like, hey, what is this over here? So it's almost free advertisement. So if I were gonna tell anybody if they're gonna open up a Golfzon facility, high traffic area, the rent here is expensive, but it pretty much pays for itself because it's free advertising. Pretty much 12 hours a day, Friday, Saturday, we're open 16 hours. And then we do that because we have the full bar. You can order any drinks. We got a little bit of snacks, and in the back we have a food truck. And this goes along with the 6 simulator bays that we have. We have apparel section right here, a little pool table and dartboard in the back. So if you're not golfing or just want to mess around, you have something to do. And we came up with that 6 simulator number and the bar and kind of this space. It just kind of works and flows well. We wanted to do more simulators early on, but with being like a new concept, we weren't really sure like, hey, can we afford this amount of overhead on the slow days? Are the slow days gonna affect us a lot more? I mean, the busy days, when we're busy here, I wish we had 10, 12 simulators. But when we're slow, it's like, well, it's good that I don't have that many because there's not necessarily the demand for it yet, but it's getting there. And that's why we're opening the other facilities, is instead of expanding in the facility we're at now, we'll just go to other cities. Big thing that's allowing us to expand is we're franchising the business. So we've just created the FDD, which allows us to allow entrepreneurs or people retiring, looking for something to do, who are passionate about golf or business or want to just do something fun, give them the business model that works for us, and so that they can open a BirdieBay wherever they want. Early on, you're nervous because you're just like, you see how many bills that you got to pay each month, and you're just trying to figure out, okay, how many simulator rentals do I need to pay all the bills? So early on, you're throwing everything against the wall, seeing what sticks. But now we just kind of figured out a formula that works out, and it gave us the confidence to kind of expand into new locations. I'm about to hand things over to the assistant manager who started out here with 0 golf knowledge, 0 bar knowledge, but now she knows the simulator is probably better than anybody other than myself here in Tulsa.
I started working here 2 years ago when we opened. I didn't know anything about golf. It's kind of just really supposed to be like a part-time job. I ended up falling in love with it. I've been here since. I didn't have a job at the time and I had bills, so I was like, I just need something part-time, you know, just to get me on my feet until I find what I thought was a real job. Definitely the customers and just being able to teach them something that is kind of just mind-blowing still to people who come in for the first time and they're like, wow, this is so cool, this is amazing. It just makes me really happy that I get to be the one that shows them this, introduces it into their life. They usually always come back too, and these simulators help people get better, work on their stuff, you know, and I just like being here, helping them out.
I had a full-time job before doing this, and it wasn't until we were operating for a year before I stepped out of that role of my other job, and now I'm doing this full-time. So it was worth it enough for me to quit my full-time job because I can see the potential for it, and we're already seeing a little bit of the growth, and it's only going to get bigger. As more people find out about these, more people are going to realize that it's a supplement for golf. It's not a replacement for golf, it's a supplement. So you're going to go golf out on the course, but when you're not golfing on the course, you're going to come here to get better and get some practice in. And then in the evenings, bad weather days, this is the replacement for golf. It's the only other thing that you can do. So yeah, it's definitely worth it. I'm looking forward to it.